Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another edition featuring our Group 3 100-mile challenge. It's season 19. We are at the Leguna station for round 5, and we are looking at Division 2, which is also known as Clara Division. So, going into this race, we look at our division at the bottom. Nightwolf is top of the table, with Clara Boy and Old Fart in second and third. Jimmy, the Sargent, Deep Blue, Hey Maru, Jolie from Italy, Independent Sammy in 10th, Cozy in 11th, and then we have Bobby Benush and Fred Place James bringing up the bottom of the division. Remember to vote for your driver of the week after you have watched all the videos. It will be open shortly and be open until Monday round about lunchtime. So let's have a look where everybody qualifies. So one shot qualifying, remember, so one shot qualifying, and Nightwolf got a brilliant pole position, followed by, it was 67. I should know. Can't remember. Let's see. No, Galaboy in third in a BMW Z4. Felix Racing is Logan Mulhayton in the BMW M6. Prelude in the Lambo. Hey Maru in the Honda. Sammy in the Porsche. Jimmy also in the Honda. Deep Blue in the Ferrari 458. And Bajoli, who didn't set the time, in the Peugeot. So lights are about to go out. So pretty met everybody, although I seem to show a good start, but lots of little. Jenny's Clara, Risto, Old Farm maintains second position, Shallow in third. Cody goes wide, runs onto gravel. Deep Blue has an absolutely mental start. Let's go back and have a look at that. Managed to grab grab a few places after a came to a complete standstill. Wasn't sure whether I was to blame for that, so Julie let go past me. I am right at the back. So so around to the latter stages of the first lap. Back to the horseshoe for the first time. Carlo has that space to second. Clark is in third. Jimmy in fourth. Jolie has jumped from 10th to 5th. Ian is in 6th. Sargent 7th. Curly in 8. Nice to V-Jane, goes to that V-Jane back from Deep Blue. And in last, I take another trip into the grab. Oh, Deep Blue! Have the spin. I've had made a full start in 5th. Oh, gets tagged by Cody, not intentionally, but it's the reason why he lost the position. How I managed to take advantage of it. So what did everybody start on? Aristo on the soft. Shallow soft. Mediums for Jimmy. Soft. Mediums for Ian. So everybody barked on the shuffle on the cross for the first stint. Wiggle by fast pass as he applies the power as of the last try. Going now at 5th with the demise of, or spin rather, of Deep Blue. Jimmy's up to 5th in the Honda NSX. Sargent making his way back now after spin on the first corner. Through no fault of his own, I don't believe. Doesn't want to wait behind Jimmy, doesn't want to wait behind Ian. He's now in 7th. Cody in the Leguna. 8th. Deep Blue has retaken that position. So I bet I have another spin. So I know from remembering that I spun at least 4 times, or sort of trip across the Chrissy Lissa 4 times. Also known as Nightfall, as the third fastest lap of the race in 123.2. Lily is in 4. In 5th. Sargent in 6th now. In 7th. Cody 8, Deep Blue in 9th, and I am bringing up the rear in 10th. Run out at the moment, all apart from Jimmy and Retired X seems to be the closest to a battle we have on track at the moment. Retired has got past Jimmy. Find that for you, so going up to corner before the corkscrew. Jimmy is a little wide, the Sargent gets a better run, traction up the hill. Job done. So it looks like we're getting slow, Zalabur is getting closer to Nightwolf at the front. riding with Andy. And he now takes the fastest lap of the race with 1:22.1. Tires look about even. Goes a little wide into the what's it? Dirt, sand. So this is now the certainly looks like whoa! Oh, this gets airborne. Down the hill from the fortune and manages to gather back control. Although we'll have a good run on the start finish straight. Goes to the outside. Local defends the inside. Danny Boy, sorry, Dollar Boy taking control much closer line. Fighting is allowing no fart to creep up to the back of 32. Nightload gets air again, so a problem with mid-engine car. Going downhill. Another track which had mid-engine cars. So this problem is map panorama. Another boy not quite as close this lap. Goldie takes an excursion and drops out. Zoom knows that he had a power shut, so unlucky Goldie, you have an injured comeback drive there. So we're down to 9. Charles Jennings is up to 4th after his problems at the first corner on lap 1. Killian 5th, Ian now 6th, Goldie 7th. Deep Blue is up to 8th, and I have been promoted to 9th due to the Jolie's misfortune. Let's see if the NSX have the same problem as the Ferrari. It does not. A little bit of a suggestion of a lift, but certainly not in the same area as the 458. Maybe Wolf is running more rear-facing brake bias. I am only running +3. Back to the front. Russo, Zalo and Old Park now have really made some inroads through the gap. ahead of him. The tyres here, maybe the wrist shows is a little bit worse for wear. Pretty much moving Stevens on the tyre wear. Right, of course, we're also suffering a little from front lifting. Its engine being right at the back on the back axle. Enjoying his fastest lap of the race so far. It's for 125.8. So, as Noble fastest lap of 1:23.2. Looks like we've got some action back with her. Noble should go a few meters back from Noble, which has allowed Bart pulling even quicker. Looking at the lap time difference, so Resto 23.2, Clara 23.1 fastest lap so far. And Old Bart 23.3. So all these three drivers fastest laps are all within 0.2 of each other. Bart is edging ever closer. Oh, 23.4 also, so he is right up there with pace also. He is on medium, so understands to be a couple of seconds back on his fastest lap. He do with 25.3 on soft. I have 24.5 on top. Closest at the moment now is second and third. Old Bart doing the battle. So, Clara has now been promoted to third. We have lost somebody else. Oh yes, we have lost Nightball. Again, I do know this is potential disconnection, as I spoke to him after the race, so unlucky with so. And having actually built up a race. So first and second is now the battle between the two same drivers. Another bullet in Old Bart. We have now 4th, 5th and 6th in quite close contention. Total on the soft. And now quite warm. Jimmy on the medium, which is obviously not quite so bad. Nowhere near as bad. I continue my efforts to catch Deep Blue, both on the soft, relatively the same tyre wear. So Halsey has pulled at 2 meters on Jimmy. Has been pressuring Jimmy. Goes on medium for these two. variants of the Porsche 911, the 911, sorry, the 991, also known as the RFR, and has now pulled right up to the back of Jimmy, and said that Jimmy appears to get a slightly better exit. Jimmy goes wide. Ian has a much tighter line, but that would enable Jimmy to get a better exit. But he shifted wide, so they have to probably lift off. That's 11 now. I have found a way past Deep Blue. There, so Deep Blue is still ahead there, so I was able to catch Deep Blue on lap 10 and race on the start finish straight. Deep Blue drives into the litter. Keeping the pressure on Jimmy. The hill to the corkscrew. Jimmy has a look at Ian has a look at the inside, but decides not to check it. Jimmy goes really wide left and Ian goes right around the outside. Takes the position of fifth place. What's Jimmy got to say about that? Let's leave this battle. Get through the closing stages of the race. We'll be coming out after the second round of pit stop. Go from that buoy. So let's have a rundown. Oh, Bart, after the second round of pit stops, finds himself in the lead. There's 5 laps to go, including this one. 3 seconds or so ahead of Darwin Boy. Goes on this soft to the finish. Besides the next is how he should drive come back from the lap 1 shenanigans, also on softs. Ian has changed some more places up to 4th. Cody in 5th. Changing both tyres. Jimmy Nick is on mediums again. I have managed to regain or maintain 7th position. Spoiler alert, it doesn't last. Deep Blue not far behind, well actually he is a long way behind. So I obviously have a... Oh no, I don't think it is a spoiler alert. Apologies, I've done so many race replays. And do I manage to hang on to it? I do. Nicely held, Kangaroo. I've got to say, I've done so many race reviews today. Not had one person say hi, but there you go, that is what it is. Yeah, get on to the last lap for you. But yeah, on the last lap, riding, and the other boy has taken the lead. Let's see where that happens. I'm going to miss out for you. So, it's because maybe Bart has picked up a half-second penalty. But no, goes wide anyway, and that's why Zalo picks up the position. Old Fart still has that half session with penalties to serve. Okay, that's a loss of half a second here. In reality, be about 1.5 to 2 seconds. Jeanette's on the podium currently in third position. Ian's having a good drive in fourth. Josie in fifth. Jimmy in sixth. I am in seventh. Deep Blue with Jeanette coming up to lap him. Coming up to the penultimate corner. Rounds that. Comes up to the last corner. Should now pull goes wide, unfortunately, into the sand. Ian also with Deep Blue as he carries on his quest to close down and pass Sargenet. Ian's times are a little better than Sargenet, so maybe as close up in the latter stages of the last lap. Clara is on the last lap, Old Park is on the last lap. Sargenet is almost a lap behind. As is Ian. Cody is further back in fifth. Clara puts a rear wheel into the fan. He's up to the poetry for the last time. Need to be tidy, concentrate for one more corner. Comes up to the line to take the victory. Well done, Andy. In second is Old Fart. Well done, Tyson. Now racing for third and fourth. That would be Sargenet and Ian. We'll get close but not close enough, so third for Sargenet. Ian finishes in fourth. Cody comes in fifth. And Jimmy, myself and Deep Blue have already finished being a lap behind in sixth, seventh and eighth. So as always, please remember to like and subscribe, and we will see you next week for more racing